girl. Hey, girl. 2 weeks in a row.
We're getting back into it.
We're getting back into it now that it's November, and then we're going to get right on back out of it. Because
we're going to pre-do some stuff.
We're going to pre-do some stuff.
We're going to pre-do some
We'll
stuff.
figure out what we're going to do, how we're going to do the Christmas seasons. The Christmas seasons. The seasons greetings, girl. The seasons greetings. The seasons greetings. I will say it one more time. The seasons greetings. So, girl, I've got a question for you. Did you ever catch up with RuPaul's UK?
We caught up with, where was I at when we talked last?
I don't know.
We haven't done Snatch Game yet. That's the one we haven't
you are too behind.
Well, we binge watched because we spent the last 2 days binge watching Loki. So season 2 of Loki. So I do have a question. I do have a question about Loki. Now, do not reveal anything, because I haven't watched it yet. How do they handle the new guy, the one that's canceled? Is he still just in it? Oh yeah, I think all of this was filmed before then.
Okay,
so the way it's done is that it's still left in the air for the future.
Okay.
Like, they didn't leave it so open door that they have to bring him back, but they didn't leave it so closed that if the court finds in his favor, he can't make a comeback. But I can tell you this. Did you watch any of season 2?
No.
Okay, so let me just say this one thing about him.
Please don't.
No, it's not about the character. It's about him.
Okay.
I forgot how much I don't like his acting.
That's fair.
And this one makes it worse.
So I don't know if you remember, or if you've heard, but Mario Batali's starting to make comeback too now. And like, dear listeners, Mario Batali,
because no one is canceled. It is a farce.
That's exactly right. Now, dear listeners, there are some people that should. I am all for giving people a second chance, right? Such as I will point to a key example. Al Franken. Al Franken, showed his dick, took a picture of a woman sleeping with his dick out, right? Like, was probably on so much cocaine, because that's what they did at the time in SNL. Let's just throw this out there. They did so much. They still do so much cocaine. They did so much cocaine.
How much cocaine did they do?
That enough to pull your dick out while somebody's sleeping beside you, take a picture of it.
Yeah.
He immediately resigned as a senator and apologized.
Yeah.
And like a heartfelt apology that was, in my opinion, true. The difference, little bit of difference here in that, Mario Batali probably, kind of sexually assaulted some people. That's a little different. Sconch different. Sconch.
You might know this. I don't know this, but you might know this.
I know a lot.
What did Garrison Keillor do?
Sexually harass some people, I believe.
Okay, I was never clear about that.
And I mean,
like, so fast.
Yeah, it was sexually harassing people, if I remember correctly. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, God.
Imagining him doing that with like the Lake Wobegon voice would be like, oh.
I mean, he was always kind of creepy, wasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, when you listen to Lake Wobegon, sometimes it's like,
did you watch any of SNL last night?
No.
It was very boring.
Well, I mean, I figured Timothy Chalamet was the host.
I love Timothy Chalamet.
I like Timothy Chalamet under certain roles.
He is so pretty. He is such a pretty man. Like he does it for me. Just, oh God. Did you like Little Women?
It was okay.
It was fantastic. He was fantastic in it.
It was okay.
Did you like oh God.
I loved him in Dune. I loved him in Dune.
I'm not going to watch that. It's too long. Did you like him in that other movie, Lady Bird? Did you like Lady Bird?
Yes.
Okay.
I did like Lady Bird.
Good.
Yes.
Good. Because everybody loves a Saoirse Ronan.
Oh, I love her in everything.
I do too.
I haven't seen a role. I have not seen a role yet where I'm like, no. I'm like, I love all of them.
I still haven't watched it. But I bought Brooklyn. I don't know why I bought it, but I own it somewhere.
I don't know why.
Well, actually, I do know why I bought it. I was going. This was back when it was difficult to stream on planes, back before they had decent Wi-Fi, and it was like rent or buy. And I was having trouble renting, and I was like, God damn it, Amazon! I'm just gonna buy this fucker, and I bought that fucker. And have I watched it yet? No. But you know what I did watch last night? The Glass Onion. Again for the second time. Yeah.
I loved it.
It's actually more fun the second time because you could pick up on how much of an idiot he is. Like,
I think I've watched like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I
every time I'm like, this is so happy.
And there's another movie I suggest you watch.
Mm-hmm.
The Sandra Oh Awkwafina movie that's on Hulu now.
Yeah, you mentioned that before.
It's very fun.
Yeah. I know. I really want to watch it. Hulu keeps throwing it at me.
Did you ever see Sondheim's 70s mystery movie?
Sondheim's 70s mystery
movie.
So
you know when it's the 4 of them when they're doing the game at the beginning. It's Angela Lansbury, Stephen Sondheim.
Right?
Yeah. Stephen Sondheim. I was like, why is he in this? Stephen Sondheim has a 1970s mystery movie that he wrote.
What?
Hold on.
Stop the presses. We're not recording. We're done for
It's called The Last of Sheila.
We're done for the day. I have to go.
It's like a group whodunit with the cast of James Corbin, Richard Benjamin, Raquel Welch, James Mason, Dean Cannon, and Joan Hackett.
What?
Yeah.
Holy crap. What?
Yeah, on a boat. They're all on a boat. So that's why Sondheim was there. When What's Her Doodle was interviewed about it, what's her name? The one who was in Ryan Murphy's Poker Face.
Patty LuPone?
No, Poker Face.
Poker Face.
Natasha Lyonne. Patty LuPone.
When you said Sondheim, my brain's remember, it's like shifting gears.
LuPone. I mean, it rhymes. It rhymes with Natasha Lyonne.
But I'm saying you shifted my gears over to Sondheim, and that's like a different branch of my brain. And so my brain was still over there.
Well, Natasha Lyonne was like, it was, Sondheim and Angela Lansbury and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and then me, and I'm here. She was like, I was on a Zoom call with 2 great actors, a sports star and me.
A sports star and an accomplished writer at this point. Have you read any of his Sherlock Holmes or Moriarty books?
Girl.
Oh wait, sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot.
Not my jam. Not my jam. Is it written by a black woman about being black in Southern America? That's really my niche.
That's the only genres of books you read.
Is it gonna make me feel even worse than I already do about my privilege? Like, is it going to function in that aspect?
Oh
no! So before we go on with the intro, I do have one more aside. Back when I read To Kill a Mockingbird years and years and years ago, 8th grade, right? First time I've read it.
Yeah.
I had never seen the movie at that point. I had never I knew nothing about the book. I came into this book not knowing anything. So when I did not even know what Harper Lee looked like, right? Because there were no pictures of Harper Lee at the time. She was a recluse. She didn't want anybody to. So when I first pictured Scout in that role, I made her a little black girl, which is completely wrong. But it reminded me of people I went to school with at that age that fit that role. And I'm going to text you a name immediately of the person that I put in that role. Because, that's what happens. That's what happens.
Prepared. I'm not prepared.
Nah, it's not that bad. Because she's a good person. So that's the person.
Oh yeah,
that's the person I put in that role back when she was little and had the two pom poms up here. That was like kindergarten her. What was?
Have you seen her lately?
She is fierce.
Good Lord, talk about best of aging of the entire group of people we've ever gone to school with.
Speaking of aging, well, hey Maim, did you know that we have a Patreon? That's right, dear listeners. You go to patreon.com.
Is it aging well?
Mims and Maim, you can throw some money. And Maim, we have something important. We have something important.
What?
We have a new patron.
We do?
Thank you, Sheri.
Oh my God, thank you, Sheri.
Not that Sheri.
Oh,
it's a Sheri you don't know.
I was like, wait a minute. Stop the presses.
Girl, does she need to know that much about your life?
No.
Thank you, Sheri.
Thank you, Sheri.
Thank you, Sheri.
Merci, Sheri.
Thanks, Sheri.
Thanks, Sheri.
Hey, Maim.
I almost fell out of my chair.
I know.
I'm like, wait a minute! I can't be doing this.
I should have warned you before that it was not going to be that person. I should have.
She ain't ready. She ain't ready, girl. She's not ready.
Hey, Maim. Did you know that we have another podcast?
What?
That's right, Maim. We have You Slay Me, our Murder Story podcast, and starting November 20th. We have Over the Moon, our new moonlighting, moonlighting podcast. And Maim, if you become a patron, you can get early access and watch us record it in the lightest of drag.
Oh my God, so light. And besides, I mean, I wore a pretty good amount of makeup on the last one.
Yeah, you don't always do that though.
I don't.
You were feeling pretty, and that's fine.
I was feeling myself. I was like, yes. I was like, let's do this.
Hey, Maim. Yes. Did you know we have merchandise?
Say what?
That's right. If you go to MimsMaim.com, you can buy something. Hey, Maim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you know what I love?
5-star reviews.
That's right, Maim. I love 5-star reviews. Dear listeners, if you really want to help us grow and reach an audience of audiences.
Yes.
Audience, right? Whatever. Leave us a 5-star review. It means a lot to us. If you write a note with it, I read it to Maim.
I love them.
Okay, I don't actually read it to Maim, but I copy and paste it to Maim.
Close enough.
Because Maim does not have the mental capacity to actually go look at them. But I do. I get reports. I get reports.
You're an analyst of sorts.
I'm an analyst of sorts. A sorting analyst. This is season 5, episode 6. Charlene buys a house.
I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. And that's Marjorie. Just so you will know, and your children will someday know, is the night the light went out in Georgia. The light went out. The light went out. The light went out. The light went out. And that is the night the light went out in Georgia. I'm sorry, I didn't know. Well, now you do.
Category is drag analyst. Yeah.
Hey, Maim, we're at Sugar Bakers.
Sugar Bakers.
And Mary Jo picks up the phone, and it's somebody calling for the Psychic World bookstore.
Okay.
And Julia's incensed by this, that they keep calling. Because last night at 10 p.m., somebody called to buy some crystals.
Stop. It could have been more appropriate, right? Could not have been more appropriate.
So how many crystals did he buy this week, Maim?
Just one large one.
Just one large? One large. What size would you like, sir? Oh, just one large. What kind was it?
I don't know.
What color was it?
It's cool looking. It's cool looking. I'll send you a picture of this one. This one actually was kind of cool looking. It looks almost like some alien planet.
So I like rocks a lot. Like I do like rocks.
No, you do.
I like rocks. I like chemistry. I think it's all very interesting. Like it's part of why I got into chemistry, because it's all super cool. Because when y'all die, I'd have to liquidate them assets.
I know. I'll send them to you.
I mean, that's fine, girl. You know what? What he should do is he should also save up a little bit of money so he can start his own, like, rock museum.
I mean, we'll have to do it up there anyway, because it'll be underwater after a while.
That's true. Girl, if we ever take off, the MrMahaffey podcast / rock museum. And Egypt. Oh my God. MrMahaffey podcast / rock / Egypt / Southern Female Black Author Museum. We'll have a portrait of Toni Morrison condescendingly looking at all the rocks on the other side of the room.
We'll have the AI Cicely Tyson experience.
Yes, Maim.
Oh, don't give us lots of money.
Cicely Tyson reads Beloved. It'll be great. In a TikTok voice, because that's how good AI will be by then.
Cicely Tyson reads Beloved while doing TikTok dances.
I wonder if that's in the SAG-AFTRA negotiations. I wonder if we can make that happen.
They didn't retrofit it to dead celebrities.
God damn.
Oh.
So there's another call, and Mary Jo picks up, and Julie grabs phone away from her, and she's like, "Hi, this is the Psychic World bookstore. Oh, you're looking for some channeling books? We don't carry those anymore because it's not real. Also, crystals are just rocks. Spread the word."
Oh my God.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, those energy levels. Okay. This is not me making fun of the community. I swear, it tickles me, right? So I was reading through some of the little things about the rocks, because, you know, I'm the same as you, right? We're both nerds. I was like, oh, cool. Let me read where they're from, their origin, all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the card gets deeper.
Oh, I know.
I've
been to those stores, girl.
I didn't understand, because I mean, I've just not ever paid attention to it. I did not understand the vibration, like the numbers that make them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, wait, what is happening right now,
girl?
What does that even mean?
Nothing.
Vibration. What does that mean?
Nothing.
Oh.
Nothing.
But
girl.
what does that mean to people that believe it?
I don't. So I don't. Girl, you're asking me.
That's the thing. I don't. Because here's the thing. Okay, and dear listeners, I'm telling you, this is me being as earnest as possible. Right? I never knock anyone's belief system. I never knock what other people use to get through life, right? So whether a person's religious, as long as you're not hurting other people, I just say cool. So for me, I'm genuinely fascinated now when I read that card, because I would like to, if someone is listening and they're into crystals and things like that, like if that actually helps you with your energy level, I would love for you to send us a little message about vibrations. Like, what does that even mean, or what does that feel like?
Girl, I told you the story. I told you the story of.
You tell me lots of stories, girl. We've known each other a long time.
So one of my friends back in high school, mutual friend of ours actually, she was sort of sleeping with somebody. Had to tell you the story. Sleeping with somebody a little bit older than us. But
I don't remember this.
She went over to his house, and he was like, "Before I do this, I have to cleanse the crystals."
Sorry, what?
And he got out a crystal and just like started holding it and focusing on it, and he was basically crying and sweating, and like worked himself up into a tizzy cleansing this crystal, and then just fell asleep.
What?
Yeah, she came back to the coffee shop 30 minutes later, like, well, that was a waste of time. So it probably, in thinking about it now, I could again, I could be completely wrong. Now, girl, my internet connection is unstable. I just got a moment. So, okay. Anyway, so it could be. So everything vibrates, has a resonance frequency. Okay. You may remember in Star Trek where they destroyed the crystalline structure by going up to that resonance frequency and broke it apart.
I do remember that.
So everything has a resonance frequency. Maybe that's what they're talking about. Maybe they're talking about the vibration, like everything vibrates at a different frequency that like comes up through.
But the card specifically said, this one that I remember said, it vibrates at the numbers 1 and 8. So that's where I was like, interesting. What does that mean? So that's what that means. So yeah. So, dear listeners, if you would love to reach out to us, like I said, me and Mims are very just like, we're curious about everything. So just let us know if you're into that, and you can tell us like what vibrations are and how numbers vibrate and all that stuff. It'll be cool. So back to the show.
Yeah. So Anthony went to a booth at the fair, and I will say this, I'm going to interject. I'm a little bit more of a I don't trust things until you prove them sort of person. But, you know, I believe in a sky wizard every once in a while, so who am I to say anything?
Every once in a while. Every blue moon, when the wind blows me the right way.
Every blue moon. There was a sky wizard who, you know, impregnated a woman, and she had a baby sky wizard, and then sent him back on up there, and hell, so, you know, I mean, I can't really say much, right?
Sky wizards, hell.
Oh, God. So Anthony tells a story about this booth at the fair they went to, like his back hurts because he worked in Egypt, and, you know, Suzanne's like, well, you shouldn't fool around with this kind of stuff because, you know, it's real. And Anthony goes up, and, you know, she said in my past life I was a dog, and I was wearing a collar. That's why I have this little bump on my neck. And Suzanne's like, what are you talking about? He's like, it's right here. She reaches touch, and he barks at her, and then she chases him off like, oh, I'm gonna get you. So cute.
So cute. They just get more and more flirtatious.
They do. Charlene's here.
Hey, and looking good, by the way.
She's late.
Why is she late?
Well, she's getting a house.
Oh, goodness.
Mm-hmm. And
they are really growing as a family, aren't they?
I don't care. And she wants to... Sorry. Yes, they are. It's very sweet.
It's almost as if this will have implications later. Their quick evolution as a family.
She wants to hire them to do her house.
That seems...
Julia's like, that. It's not good for friends to hire friends. And
yeah.
And Mary Jo's like, oh, come on, it's fine. And eventually Julia says yes. I agree with Julia.
I agree also.
Like, you don't hire your spouse to be your shrink.
No.
Shrink's actually, a wrong term for it. To be your psychiatrist, psychologist.
Yeah,
right?
Don't do that.
You don't do that. You don't hire your friend to be your psychiatrist or psychologist.
No.
You do hire them to do nude paintings of you, though.
Ooh.
Because they know which parts to make bigger and smaller, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes, having a friend do a nude painting is like Photoshop, just in human form.
Allow me. See, if Maim did one for me, I'd have a 9-inch cock and 12 abs. It'd be great.
14.
Yes. and that's 9 inches soft, just for.
Oh, we knew. We all knew.
What is that? Oh, that's just his penis.
Girthy like a monster drink. We knew. How does he sit on that? We don't know.
Well, he's lying. He always lies. There.
He actually can't sit.
Girl, I want it. If you made a painting of me naked, I want it to be so grotesquely large that Nicki Minaj would write a song about it. That's how big I want it to be. The one that Cardi B has already written that Nicki Minaj is stealing. That's the one I want.
I want it to be so grotesquely large that like state fairs are like all bidding for you to show up. What kind of produce is that?
I want it to be so grotesquely large that Elon Musk AIs my face out of it and puts his on it. I think I killed Maim. Maim, are you alive? Are you alive?
Oh my
God. So we're at the house, and like everybody goes to the house, see Charlene's new house, and the realtor's there, and he's like, "Can we sign the form so I can leave, please?" And so they're looking around. They're like, "Who is this painting?" Well, that's Bob Cole. His family used to own this house. The realtor's like, "I left my briefcase outside. Charlene, can we go outside and sign the forms, please, now? Thank you." So while the girls are looking around, a chair just moves.
What?
Yeah. Suzanne's like, Anthony, you stop moving that stuff right now. Mary Jo's like, it's probably Bob over here that's doing all this, as she jokingly says in The Painting Falls.
Anthony knows better. He should be getting out of there.
Charlene's here, and she's happy that the house is hers now because she signed the forms. And Julia's like, I just want to let you know that a few things have happened. And Charlene's like, I know why. There's a logical explanation. This house is haunted.
Anthony, you need to get out of there because you're gonna die first.
If I'm ever physically told someplace is haunted, I don't know whether I believe in it or not. That's my thing. I don't know. I know enough about myself that I'm scared to know. Right? Like,
You tell it.
I know enough about myself that I will work myself into a tizzy and make that real in the moment, regardless if anything's happening or not. What?
I've seen the movies. I know what happens to people my color, so I'm getting out of there.
Well, I thought you were Native American, so you usually caused it.
Once again, people my color, honey. People my color. They might be colorblind, honey. You go get mixed up no way. No matter how colorblind you are, you know the difference between dark and light, girl.
You are in Florida.
That's right. That's right. Every day of my life.
Oh God. So they're sitting down. It's a little bit later on at Charlene's, and they've started actually working now. And we find out that the house is famous and that like Bob sometimes at night walks around carrying a beer, which reminds me of, I don't remember if you heard about the famous hauntings of North Carolina when we were younger. Like they would read those books in class. Oh yeah.
I remember the books we used to have to do, but like I never took them seriously.
One of them is, it's like a house that's near, I don't know why this stuck with me. I think it's because I think it's funny. It's a house that's near Biltmore Estate.
Oh.
And like there's at night, like once a week, all the doors in a parlor would shut and you would hear the men playing poker for like 2 hours. And like shut and locked so nobody could get in or out. And they would like, you would hear the noise of them playing poker for a couple hours. And then it would be over.
Oh,
you know, if you have to have a haunting, you got it planned. You just don't need to be in that room during that time, right?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Whereas by luck, it would end up like Eddie Murphy's The Haunted Mansion.
Have you seen the new version of it?
No, are you crazy? No,
I mean, it's got Tiffany Haddish. I like her.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see what Rotten Tomatoes has it as.
Oh no! Why would you do that? That's
Haunted
not very
Mansion. Good. It is 37%.
Oh.
The audience score is 84%, but the reviewers 37%.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's disturbing.
Let's see what Eddie Murphy's got, because it was trash. Mm-hmm. Here we go. It was also 2 hours long. It got 13%.
Oh, Lord.
With an audience score of 31%. Oh, did you never see it?
No.
So
no.
we were bored in like college.
That's how it all starts.
It was at the $1.50 theater, and a friend of mine were like, well, it's $1.50. We got to kill some time before we go out to the club.
Oh my God. I forgot about $1.50 theaters.
So we spent $3 to get in, brought our own candy, watched Eddie Murphy act.
I totally forgot about those $1.50 theaters. They were so fun.
Yeah, that's where I saw Sahara, which is actually a fun movie. Like that.
I love that movie.
That's a fun. I mean, you have to sit through. Oh God, what's his name?
Matthew McConaughey.
I hate him so much.
Matthew McConaughey?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, I don't hate him.
What movies he been enjoyable in?
I'm sure I could think of one at some point.
I can't.
If I had time. If I had time and an IMDb database.
Hold on. He wasn't bad. Was he bad? Like in the movie where he's the criminal? Is that him?
A movie where he was a criminal?
Isn't he a criminal in one? Is the Susan Sarandon nun one? Isn't that him? Who's the?
No, that's Edward Norton, isn't it?
Hold on.
No, the one where. No, that's Sean Penn. No.
Dead Man Walking. Hold on. Then there's another one where he's. God. Okay. Now. Okay. Hold on. Let me see if there's anything that I can find him. Not Interstellar. That was trash. Dallas Buyers Club. I refused to watch. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days was horrible. The Gentleman, don't even know what that is. Days Confused, no. Wolf of Wall Street, no.
Oh wait, he was fun. Days and Confused.
I'm thinking of the Lincoln Lawyer is the one I'm thinking of, but no. Magic Mike, gross. Oh, he was in A Time to Kill. The Wedding Planner, no. Failure to.
I think you've proven your point.
God, girl. God. Ugh.
I think you've proven your point.
Contact. I mean, he plays a reprehensible character pretty well in that.
Good Lord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking through these and like I do not like Matthew McConaughey. In a way that although I don't always like Bradley Cooper, I don't mind Bradley Cooper. I see Bradley Cooper as a younger Matthew McConaughey, which is why I say that, because they kind of look a little bit similar to me. I guess
he did kind of step into those types of roles.
And I don't really see Bradley Cooper driving a Lincoln.
No.
Like, this is my Lincoln.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's doing those commercials now.
Yeah. Yeah. So Charlene grabs the paper out of Mary Jo's hands like, Gary Coleman's suing his parents, and they probably went to every single one of his shootings, Charlene being on Gary Coleman's parents' side says a lot about who Charlene is. Mm-hmm. She needs to read Toni Morrison.
And also Webster's memoir.
Did Webster have a memoir?
No. I'm just saying.
Oh, God. Did you like Webster?
I liked Webster when I was a kid. Yes, because I didn't realize that Webster was so broken when I was a kid.
Yeah, how old was he during that show?
I think he was like in his 10 or 11 at that point. Like,
I thought he was older.
No. He wasn't super older than they portrayed him, but
okay.
He was a little bit older.
Okay.
So yeah. Boy, like when we think about him and Gary Coleman and the fact that like they kind of have those genetic things going on, it's like, whoa, it's very strange now in hindsight. TV.
Well, Julia wants to go ahead and get to work, and Charlene's like, I want to talk about what I want. And the customer is always right.
Prepare to hear that a lot.
And Julia's like, nope, you need to shut up. And Charlene's like, what? You would not tell one of your customers who is always right that I want to be treated like a stranger. I have a story about the customer always being right.
Okay.
I probably told you this story too, but I repeat myself, and I do not care. There's 100+ of these episodes now, so you're going to rehear some stories, y'all. We only have so much material, and it's not a lot.
We haven't lived long enough.
So yeah, right. So when I first started the Dollar Tree, my very first day, I just learned how to use the till and everything. And I was getting ready to be released. I was like, are you sure you won't do that? He's like, yeah, you'll be fine. Middle-aged gay man. Yes, baby, you're going to be great. You'll be fine.
He was a hoot.
He was a hoot. He bought me a 20-inch dildo as a gag gift one time for like my 21st birthday. I came over. Wow. I was like, you what? He's like, well, I want you to have a little bit of fun. So I and let me just tell you how the hell to hide that from my mom.
Just say it's a new kind of bat. It's a European bat for cricket.
Girl, it was blacker than the Catwoman's outfit behind you. Yeah, it was okay. It was like that color.
It's a cricket bat from the African Nations Cup.
Anyway, he was like, and baby, just one thing I need to tell you before you get started. The customer's always wrong. Have fun. Like, what do you mean? And girl, that day, literally, somebody tried to haggle a price at the Dollar Tree. Haggle.
Ooh, somebody's always going to try to haggle. That's just...
And then later on, about a month or two later, do y'all have any of these figurines that are not made in China? Some of them are made in America. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna leave that alone. That is such a thing. People still do that, by the way. That's still a thing.
I know. And we had one woman, bless her. She would buy all the little figurines of all of the black Santas, and then buy all the white Santas too. And I was like, what? Why are you? I understand she's like, I like Santa. I'm like, okay, you know what? I just can't even.
You better let her have her United Nations of Santa display. Come on now, Benetton Santa.
Oh, girl, I'm glad they didn't make Asian ones. That would have been a racism. Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
I mean,
could you imagine?
I guess, actually.
Oh my God! Now that I think about it,
I'm sure it's somewhere.
I can't wait to go to the Dollar Tree this Christmas season, see if they're there now.
I'm sure it's somewhere.
Oh my God, where are we at?
We're at the customer's always right part.
So Charlene's upset about the color of the room. She wanted cocoa, but now it just looks like dirt. And she thinks she would be happy with it if she was a dirt dauber, but she's not.
I mean,
and they were like, "No, we aren't going to change this." And Charlie's like, "Customer's always right. Who are you you're going to tell me no?" And Suzanne's like, "Yeah, I tell people no all the time. Like, my ex-husband, you married me. You thought we were going to have sex. We're not going to have sex. There you go."
Bless that woman.
Anthony's here and he does some black jokes.
Black jokes.
And Suzanne's like, there should be more black people in scary movies. Acting afraid.
That used to be a whole genre of movie.
Well, Anthony, yeah, I know. Anthony tells a story about his old, he never had a store-bought costume when he was younger. He only ever went as a businessman, and one year went as a dead businessman. And Mary Jo's bored of all this. She's like, "It's time for us to go. Hey, Charlene, don't forget to leave your windows and your doors open to make sure everything's right." Something I've never heard of before.
I hadn't heard that either.
No.
I mean, I know that I've heard of places saying to leave it open for ventilation's sake, but not for like the drying thing.
Yeah, like you have to leave the doors in your house open, but like the outside stuff, unless they're using some real strong like oil paint, whatever.
I mean, it was still like early 90s, so you got to get that lead out, girls. Sunlight, I think, gets rid of it.
Maybe it's a vibration. So, Charlene's like, no, you have to stay here as per the contract.
What?
As per my contract. So it's later on, the girls have to stay. Mary Jo and Anthony show up with food, and Anthony goes over to the sofa and to like move the cloth over it, and Suzanne pops up straight and like scares the hell out of Anthony. It's cute.
Yeah, it's a cute little moment.
The upstairs lights aren't working. Charlene's upset because their electrician isn't doing his job, and it's like, "It's Rusty, Rusty." And she's like, and Charlene's like, "Yeah, but could you tell him to pull up his pants? I don't want him doing that in my house. It's untoward." I added in the term untoward.
Untoward.
Untoward. Well, Charlene wants to roast some marshmallows after dinner and tell ghost stories, and Julia's like, "Y'all, we just need to go to bed, wake up early, and do some work so we can get done with this place and get the hell out of this horrible place."
Yeah.
There's some sounds upstairs. Anthony goes to check it out, and like he goes upstairs to investigate. And Suzanne, while he's away, says there are two things everybody needs to know. One, she doesn't like it in this house. And number two, Anthony should not be sleeping here with them. Not there's anything wrong with it at this point, but she wants to make it known just in case somebody asks later that it was not her idea to do it.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
It makes sense. Does it make sense, Maim?
It makes sense in the South. Because things like that apparently matter.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we should make our own designing women now. Maybe we should. Maybe you, me, and two other drag queens. You can get that one from Florida.
I mean, at best, she would be Bernice. At best. So we still need one more. We can't have her on every episode. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Oh, God. She really is like Eddie from Ab Fab, isn't she?
Yes.
Not Patsy, because she doesn't have her shit together. Eddie. No, she keeps on falling out everywhere. Oh, it's good. It's so good. Oh, man. That picture. Hey, girl, the thing
I'm telling you, I screamed when I saw the picture.
Girl, and I know that picture is after a full night of drag. Like, that's the thing. I know that she did not go out looking like that. I know that somehow that is what she looked like when she got home. That wig was probably pressed and set when she left, and somehow it probably, you remember how there used to be shoes up on a power line? Somehow that wig got itself up on a power line, girl.
I'm still, to this day, when I'm having like a terrible day, sometimes I will revisit that Facebook day where they found that wig. Somebody posted that wig, and then she said, "That's my wig," and then she went back and got it. To this day, if I need my own little moment, Kiki, I just sit back and reflect on that.
She's lucky it didn't rain.
I know,
because that wig would have just floated off.
Especially here.
She would have been part of the microplastic crisis, because we know that ain't human hair.
Girl. I know about your hair for no human hair. What you talking about? We in a recession or an inflation or something.
Is she still performing at that bar outside?
No, they stopped because of the DeSantis thing. They pre-stopped it just because they thought it was going to be a thing, so they didn't want to get sued. So, and they never really brought it back. But she's still performing. There's another bar that's very friendly to her, and they love her there. So she's still performing.
Good. Well, when I come down in February.
Oh, girl, we're gonna have a time. I've already plotted out. I've been looking at all the flyers for all the different shows.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm. There's like we have a new one now that's just that good old school drag kind of show. That's what it's literally. About.
A bunch of old white and black women just stand there doing this.
Barking barks.
Yeah.
and we still live for it.
Like, we will line up while they're doing Celine Dion and hand them $2, not $3. $2.
Okay, for real. I told a young gay about that one time, and they were like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, back home, like, people used to just line up and just bring the money like it's church offerings to them while they just did a ballad, girl.
Yup.
Some of these South Floridians don't know, girl. Some of them don't know.
Oh, some of those are great too. Some of them are great. Mm-hmm. Like
those moments.
A slow Whitney Houston.
I used to love when you used to be like, well, because people just steady handing the money over. But then that moment in the song would happen, and then they would stop because she would not be taking money for the next 30 seconds. She was about to have a moment, and you just stand there for her, just waiting for her. Or just throw the money up in the air. She'll be like, "I can't, girl. I can't be standing here forever."
And when the drag queen knew the person, they like grabbed their hand and like held on for a minute too, while 3 or 4 people behind them in line.
I've been that person.
And like everybody behind line, me too. And everybody behind the line is like, we got to wrap this song is not that much longer, and it's
like lightning coursing through your body. You're like, yes, I'm feeling it too, girl. I'm feeling it too.
And it can be the worst rendition of "I Will Always Love You," and you are feeling it.
It don't matter because we are in the moment, and this is the only moment that matters in the whole world right now.
That is my one regret. That flex, I never did the Park.
Well, girl, because you forever falling on your damn knees.
You know what? People liked it.
You were determined to break your knees. That's all.
There's no way I could have. It's hollow up underneath. It was plywood and hollow. That's the only reason I was able to do it.
Unless it was hollow and then eventually that thing gave way and you fell through to the floor.
I mean, there was one time that one of the drag queens.
I'm aware of that time. So, like I said what I said.
Rest her soul.
Rest her soul.
That time we did the 1 Ton of Fun show and she got on the scale and was miffed that it said error.
What an amazing night that
was. That was. God.
We have done some stupid shit.
Oh, God. Well, girl, there's a skeleton run downstairs.
What?
It's Anthony. He finally got his costume.
Anthony, you acting up right now.
Well, Charlene wants to roast some marshmallows. Julia says no, there's a sound upstairs, and she said fine, maybe a couple.
So cute.
It's a little bit later on, and Charlene is telling a ghost story badly, and it ends, and Suzanne said, "Well, that's a stupid story. Who hitchhikes to a prom? It must have been one of those hillbilly proms. She probably just fell off the truck."
We've been to a hillbilly prom.
I've been to 2 hillbilly proms. I was not drunk enough for either of them. I did. I'll be honest with you. My prom was okay. I don't
really remember it.
Were they both at the middle school? Yeah, I think they were.
Which is still so weird to me when you think about it.
Yeah,
I don't remember. I don't really remember the prom right now. I'm having a hard time remembering it at this point.
Who did you go with? You went with.
I didn't.
You went. I know you went with. I know you went with senior year.
Yeah, I didn't go with I didn't go to the prom junior year.
Okay.
Because junior year I was going to go to the prom, and someone asked me to go to the prom, and then she dumped me because the person that she initially asked changed their mind, and then I was the backup. And so I was like, okay, cool. I was not, you know me, it's not a thing I was into anyway. So I was just like, okay. So yeah, like the junior year, I didn't go to prom.
So Charlene's like, I want to stay up and tell more stories. The customer's always right, and y'all are being party poopers. Mm-hmm. And Julia's like, no, before we tell the claw story, I'm going to bed. Suzanne's very excited because she's never heard it before.
What's the claw story?
I don't know. Something about some sort of crab legs. Girl, doesn't that sound good right about now?
Girl.
With that melted butter. Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. I love some crab legs, honey.
Well, it's the next morning.
Okay.
Rusty's here.
Mm-hmm.
And he turns around. There's his butt crack.
Okay.
He goes upstairs, and Mary Jo promises that when he comes back down, she will put a blanket over it to prevent her from having to see it again.
Mrs. Steelfield.
Well, Charlene apologized to everybody. She was scared of buying the house. She's scared she made a mistake. Anthony's like, yo, why don't you just ask me? This house is great. Like, it's got great bones, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, Rusty's back downstairs. He's getting ready to leave. He fixed the lights. He asked if there's anything else. And Julia said, yes, could you please come over here? And she puts him over Suzanne, and she screams, help, it's Bob Cole. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you find yourself a Miss Georgia Wild?
You know, I'm just gonna, for the sake of this, I'm just gonna give it to Anthony, his little Halloween costume.
Oh, that's cute. I didn't. I mean,
I know you didn't, but I'm just, since it's all a part of it.
I gave it to Julia, in that purple jacket at the beginning. I love that jacket. I don't care about the rest of the outfit. The neckline on the blouse underneath was interesting, but that jacket was fire.
It was cute.
Fire, Maim.
It was cute. It was nice.
Fire, Maim.
Yes.
Also, I had to listen to it about 3 times to figure out that she was saying "help, it's Bob Cole."
Oh, jeez.
Speaking of Bob Cole, did you know that we have a friend whose grandmother lived right next to Liddy and Bob Dole in North Carolina?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. In Salisbury, because that's where Liddy Dole's from.
Not Salisbury.
Salisbury. Did you know they have a Pride too now?
Really? Is it sponsored by Krispy Kreme?
It would be Cheerwine there.
I always associate Krispy Kreme with Salisbury.
I know, because it was the closest Krispy Kreme to us. There's now a Krispy Kreme in Hickory, though.
Oh, for real? Mm-hmm. Okay, so they ain't got the one Krispy Kreme Underground Railroad anymore to Salisbury. All right, got it.
That's the Underground Railroad being 70. Garnerbag Boulevard all the way there. I don't know if that's a racism or not, Maim. Did you enjoy this episode?
It was a fun episode. It was a fun
episode.
Fun.
I agree. There are some things I would change.
I feel like season 5 is it's weird because it's almost like all of the magic from season 1 that was so seamless, like they're just now getting back to that of like having fun.
And this is their best season. Like this is their best season. It's a shame that by the end of it, 2 people have decided that they're done because they are being overworked and like treated like shit right now.
Yeah.
2 of them. And I will say it right now again. Suzanne is not fat. Like
no.
we are a quarter of the way through the season. Still not fat.
Still not fat, and and we're not just saying it because we're trying to be like whatever. She is not fat in any semblance of the word.
Nope. And won't be. Like that's the other part. Like
she never actually gets to some point. And the thing is that it's only the clothing. Right? It's the things they put her in that make her look bigger than she is.
Yep.
Because then you'll see another episode where she's back to being snatched and you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah. And I mean, her face has gotten a little rounder, but that happens with age, right?
That's
like
that's it.
That's
it.
All. Just hire another different gay man to contour it differently. That's all they had to do.
Trevor, you're out. Cecil, you're in.
Oh, Cecil, that is an early 90s gay name right there, girl. That you nailed it in one. And she's black and she's fierce.
Oh my God.
Girl, why don't you tell our dear listeners where they can find you. It's all for you. Everything you do.
Hey dear listeners, you can find me hosting Amazing Colossal Karaoke every Thursday night at Killy Rydell in Miami Beach, performing with the Villain Theater, improvised and stand-up theater in Miami, commentating on the It's Happening Out network. We can find out links to all of those things and my social media handles at I'mYourAuntieMaim.com. How about you, my lovely Mims?
Hey y'all, I'm the Famous Mims. You can find me online at thedivinemims.com. Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Did you know? Do we have Patreon?
What?
That's right. If you go to patreon.com, Mims and Maim, you can throw some money in. Thank you, Sheri.
Thank you, Sheri.
Thank you, Sheri.
Merci, Sheri.
Thanks, Sheri.
Danke.
Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Did you know that we have another podcast?
No, really?
That's right. We have You Slay Me, our Murder She Wrote podcast. And on November 20th, we have Over the Moon, our moonlighting podcast. Hey, Maim.
Yes?
Did you know that we have merchandise?
What?
That's right. If you go to MimsMaim.com, you can buy something. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know what I love?
5-star reviews.
That's right, Maim. I love 5-star reviews. It really helps us grow.
It does.
Hey, Maim. Yeah. You may not know this one, but did you know that you can reach out to us?
Say what?
That's right. You can send us an email at mimsmaim@gmail.com or send us a text at 704-380-0618. Hey, Maim.
Ooh, yes.
Do you have anything else to add?
I don't think so.
Then why don't you say goodnight, Maim?
Good night, Maim.
Bye, y'all.